ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hital, and today we're making nutritious and delicious spinach parathas.
Here's what you need.
1½ cups chapati flour, 1 tablespoon oil, ½ cup frozen spinach washed, 1/4 cup plain yogurt, 1 teaspoon salt or to taste, 2 large cloves of garlic, 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon roasted cumin powder, 1/4 teaspoon red chili powder or to taste. Oil for cooking. Okay, so for our spinach parathas, we're going to start off by grinding our spinach with all our masalas or spices. So we have ½ cup of spinach here. And to that, we're going to add all our spices. We have red chili powder, turmeric powder, and this is roasted cumin powder, and of course salt to taste. And then we have 2 whole garlic cloves, and finally we have yogurt.
Wow.
Good combo, huh?
Very good combination.
Okay. Grind that up nicely. Okay, we're grinding our spinach actually to a fine paste, so you don't want to see leaves in there. This is going to be a nice, beautiful green spinach paratha. So It's not stuffed or anything. It's a little bit different, but it's an awesome presentation. So
right. And actually, it gets kids very excited because
yes.
they're eating a green paratha. It's like, oh wow! You know,
and they don't know it's spinach.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, our spinach is nicely blended, and we're ready to make the dough.
All right. So we have chapati flour here. Add it to a bowl. And we have some oil. So we're going to mix this oil in and mix it really well so there's no lumps of oil. So the oil needs to be completely incorporated into the flour. And if you're uncomfortable doing this, making dough with your hands, you can definitely use a food processor.
Right.
So that's just another way to do it. But I'm used to doing it this way, and it's less to wash later. So, all right. So this is done. Now we're going to add our spinach mixture in. I wish you could smell this because the spinach with the garlic is just this wonderful smell. It's yummy. Especially when it's cooked, it's amazing. Okay, so now mix that in and form a nice dough. Now you may or may not need extra water for this, depending on your yogurt. Sometimes you have really thin, watery yogurt, and it turns out to be a little bit more runny. And sometimes yogurt is nice and thick. So in this case, our yogurt was a little bit thick. So I'm going to go ahead and add in just a little bit of water. I went ahead and warmed the water up in the microwave, so it's lukewarm. And the dough shouldn't be very, very sticky, so medium firm. That was easy, right? Our dough is ready, and we have a couple of drops of oil left over, so we're going to go ahead and sprinkle that on and just rub it on top. And what this does is it prevents a dry skin from forming on top of the dough, because it needs to set about at least 15 to 20 minutes and rest, and then you can start making your
It looks
parathas.
so pretty. The
Yeah,
color is
color
just
so pretty.
Yeah. I think that's what gets the kids going.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah,
green roti.
So now we're going to cover and keep this minimum 15 minutes. We'll be back.
Alright, we've actually got our tawa started heating on medium heat.
And you definitely want to do that first, because the first paratha that you put on there, it should be on a nice hot tawa, otherwise it doesn't turn out right.
Right.
Okay, so our dough has been resting for about 15 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and give it a quick knead one more time. And then we're going to divide this out into about golf ball size balls. And this should make approximately about 9 or 10, depending on the size that you prefer. Some people like their parathas really big, and some people don't. So, if it fits in the palm of your hand, that's a good size, about a golf ball. And we're going to make this into a nice round ball. and press it flat. And then we have some dry flour here. We're going to dip it in, and this is going to help us roll it without sticking to the surface. So we're going to roll it into a small disc first. And then we're going to take some oil, just a few drops at the back of your spoon, and just put a couple of drops here and smooth it out onto half of the paratha, or half of the disc. And then take a little bit of the dry flour, just a pinch, and sprinkle that on. Then we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to do that again, one more time. Put a little bit of oil, just a few drops, on a quarter of the disc. And again, a little bit of dry flour. And fold again. So you have a nice triangle.
Right.
And this is going to make lots of nice layers in your paratha when you cook it.
Now this technique can also be used for a regular paratha, not just for spinach. Or you can do vice versa. You can use just a plain chapati style, rolling out for spinach parathas. It's absolutely your choice. We just thought we'd show you a different technique over here.
And I'm rolling this out into a triangle, the shape that I started out with. And that's just my preference, but if you want to make this into a round, that's perfectly fine too. I think the kids get a kick out of triangle parathas. First of all, it's green, and then they're triangles, so really cool.
Yep, I think Shrek would really like it. Just a feeling.
So anyway, we rolled them out, not really thin and not really thick, so probably the consistency and size of a tortilla, about that thickness. Okay, so our tawa is nice and hot, so we're going to go ahead and put that on and kind of give it a quick stir so we know it's not sticking anywhere. Now we're going to wait till bubbles form on the top, and that's the perfect time that you need to flip it. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start on another one. This is a really good process. If you get going, you finish a lot faster, so you're not wasting any time waiting for one to cook.
All right. Okay. Okay, it's got the bubbles now. We're going to go ahead and flip it and let it cook on this side as well. And it's been about 30 seconds on this side. We're just going to take a little bit of oil and smear it. And we're going to flip it, press, and then smear just a little bit of oil over here. Flip, press again.
Now you want to make sure all the doughiness goes away, and that's ensures that you have a perfectly cooked paratha. So if you see any doughy patches, just press lightly on that, and it will help it to cook a little faster.
Yeah, I think I see a little bit here, so I'm going to just flip it and just cook it on that side. And the paratha is ready.
Okay, so we have a nice insulated container like this. It's well worth your while to invest in one of these because it keeps these things nice and piping hot, and you can sit and enjoy these things with your family instead of making one by one and serving them, and then you're left out there alone by yourself.
That's true.
So anyway, our spinach parathas are done, so hope you enjoy them.
And they go really well with dahi wale aloo, which is on our website. Also with just raita or just yogurt by itself, or just pickle and butter.
Perfect.
Oh, awesome combinations. So enjoy these wonderful green spinach parathas.
And join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.